stuff on the recording. So since I just remember to start the recording again. So I took out Elemental Aid and brought in Fire Orbs. It's not because I think it's generally the correct choice, but because I think it's the correct choice for this scenario, as we are trying to make sure that we're the one to get kills. So just having one more source of actual enemy elimination is probably a good call. The Cragheart's goal here is going to be pick up as many coins as possible, and the Brute's goal is going to be to touch nothing. Neither enemies nor coins. I'm just kidding. All right. So we brought the push last time. There are still two valuable traps here, though, so I think we want to keep the push. I think keeping our deck as is fine. For the Brute, kind of same thing. I think the push is still valuable. Pierce doesn't really matter so much. Disarm is okay. Balance Measure, we don't even want the really high damage attack, so yeah, I think we're both fine as we are. All right, let's get these battle goals. So since this is a casual mode scenario, we do not get city and road events. I'm perfectly fine with house ruling that later on in the campaign, but for now we have plenty of stuff to do, so it's not necessary. All right, loot a treasure overlay tile, impossible. Kill a monster by 4 or more. Possible. Take only short rests, kill 5 or more monsters. Guess we'll go with only short rests. I don't really want the Cragheart killing 5 or more monsters because the Spellweaver needs to get most of the kills. 3 or fewer hands at the end, or 13 or more experience. Probably 3 or fewer cards. We don't gain much experience. Even last time where we gained a lot, we really only gained 12, or we ended up with only 12. Okay. So I think we're good to go. Let's set up, so we need all the bandits, as well as skeletons. The bones. Oops. Wrong button. All right, here we go. What do we have for enemies? We have 6 regular guards. It's funny that the elite has less health than the regular. Very interesting. All right, so 5 movement, 4 attack, 16 health. Yeah, that's some stats. We're just in this room, except against wolves, right? This exact same sort of setup. Start at the side. So we know basically exactly how we want to approach something like this, right? Create the rock wall. So how to do this? I guess like this is good, or like this. Yeah, like this actually makes sense, because both of them want to make range attacks and then move. Problem is, yeah, so no, we know guard initiative. This is easy. This is easy. Because they can't move before 30. Do we have all our range attacks? We've got this range attack, we've got this range attack, and we've got this range attack, and our bottom range attack. All right, mobilizes are unnecessary. We'll just start with the Spare Dagger, I think. And we need to scoot. So where do we want the opening to be? That's not exactly the same, because it's not the same map layout as last time. Because the opening, if anyone's standing in the opening, so we do like this. So he has to go to there. All right, that's easy enough. Spellweaver wants to attack as well. I guess we'll use this attack because this still conveniently goes before 30, allows us to move. Creating light, and I guess we'll just use fire orbs to move for now. And we'll set up Living Torch the following turn. So here we need to use Rock Slide. So what's the Brute using for moving? I guess Warding Strength. Warding Strength is going to be useless here, but we only need to move a tiny bit, so the throwaway move too is fine. All right, so we just have to go before 30. And ideally go after our allies. We can use Rumbling Advance. This is fine because we can actually just Hammer and Potion it back, just as using it as a generic move too, which is all we need to get into our, well actually we're already technically in. So if we're already in, we could use something else in bottom. No, this is fine. Yeah, because we need the initiative. Yep, this works perfectly. All right. Let's go. Ooh, range text to start. All right, all right. That's making it more interesting. Fortunately, that means we won't have those again anytime soon, but that's something. Okay. Spellweaver starts, attack 3, range 3, creating light, attacking guard number 6. Nothing special to use. Nice. I'll get a settle over the health. 16, so this one's down to 11. Rest are at 16. Oops. Okay, and then we have the bottom of fire orbs to move. We're going to move to here so that we don't take damage from the rocks. Nor their range attacks. Alright, next up is the Brute. Gain 1 experience, attack 3, range 3. We'll target the same one. Then maybe if the Spellweaver goes later, she can finish it next turn or something. Except she's not going to range on it. Because it's not... No, it is going to move up because they make range attacks. Yeah, alright. Yeah, sure, we'll attack number 6. Okay. So 3 damage, down to 8. And then we're going to use the bottom of Warding Strength as a generic move too. We're going to move to here to control the gap. So we'll have the opening up here, or we go here and have the opening here. No, but then we would have to be there. Yeah, this is fine. Opening like this. All right. So then next up is Cragheart. Do a generic move 2 at the bottom of Rumbling Advance. We're going to use a Hammer Potion to get it back. I'm using generic move because we don't want to hurt our allies. Move to here. Guess we could have dropped the rocks first. So the problem is we're actually getting attacked by basically everything in the room this turn, but yeah, it's still fine. After that, they won't be able to attack us anymore except for one of them. We'll be all right. Hopefully. Regardless, they're making it interesting, which I can appreciate. 2 damage to the Brute. Rock here. Rock here, rock here. Okay. Guards are up. -1 move. This means they have 4 movement. Yeah. All these will focus the Brute. 1, 2 to there. So it's attack of 4 on the Brute. -1. So 3, 2, 1. We're going to be taking enough damage here. I'm just going to use everything right away. All right. Then number 2. So how much movement is it? -1. So 4. Yeah, still easily. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Actually, everything's going to focus the Brute. Jeez. 1, 2 to there. Oh no, because this one won't be able to. Yeah. So this one moves there. Attacks the Brute. Attack 4. So 3. Wait. Yeah. I did 2, 1. Yeah. This time 2. All right. So then number 3. 4 to there at the Cragheart. 1, 2, 3, 4 to there. Attack the Cragheart. Attack 4 on the Cragheart. Well, at least we're flipping really well so far. Although, as usual, that scares me. All right. Number 4, going to here. Attack on the Brute. All right, so it's just 4. So 1 and 3. And then number 5. No, it can't make it to attack anyone. So yeah, this is the only space he can attack from, so we'll move towards it. 1, 2, 3. We forgot to create the Earth. I was gonna say we're gonna have some glorious stuff this following turn. And number 6 can actually move to here, and his focus will be the Brute, because lower initiative. Before. So moves there, makes a disadvantaged attack on the Brute. Disadvantaged attack 4 on the Brute. Alright, so a 5. That was some serious beating. Alright, end of the round. It's going to do so much damage. We've got to make sure that she's actually the one to kill things, though. That's the one thing here. But I think we can do that. I think I'm going to use this and heal the Brute, to be honest. He kind of needs it. Even if we're not going to have advantage for this isn't that big of a deal. The damage we get here is splash. And here, yeah, I think we'll power up our... Is it not just better to use Blunt Force, which allows us to go before they can go? I mean, only one of them can attack now, though. Really, ideally, you want to use Blunt Force the turn before, and then be able to use Heaving Swing when you Dirt Tornado. Could we just not Dirt Tornado this turn? That's an interesting idea. We could wait a turn to Dirt Tornado. Hey, Themris. Well, we only had time for one more. I mean, we're only doing one more scenario today. We already beat our first one, but it was a long one, so I didn't want to do anything too long. I also didn't want to do a boss fight, and I've got like 3 of my 5 scenarios that I can do, which are boss fights. Basically, yeah, there are 5 scenarios I can do to the best of my knowledge. One of them I hate, and I'm absolutely never doing. No, sorry, 2 of them I hate and absolutely never doing. So there's 6, yeah. I mean, for different reasons. One of them is very long, and then 3 of them are boss fights. Which 2? So the 2 that I'm not never doing. So there's Underwater Lagoon, which I did 2 or 3 times in my previous campaign. It's one that has long corridors with oozes on the back, and the reward for completing this scenario is complete garbage. So yeah, basically, I'm not doing it because I don't think that the effort of completing this scenario is ever really worth it. Yeah, exactly. And then the other one is 95, which I think is actually, to be perfectly honest, a really poorly designed scenario, and is really only that doable in a 4-player party. I think well, I've actually never tried it in 3-player party before, but I've done it a couple times in 2-player party, and I absolutely hate it. I think it's really, really poorly designed in 2-player. That being said, there's obviously an item in the game which completely trivializes it, so I'll either do this in a 4-player party at some point, or I will wait till I get that item and then do it. Yeah, fair enough. But yeah, so those are the 2 that I'm not doing, and then we've got like some giant stuff, like really long scenarios, which I don't want to do, / boss fights, which I don't want to do, because the boss fight will actually end up retiring the Brute, and I want to retire the Brute Monday, not the end of today, which I felt would be kind of anticlimactic. So I do need to work on getting all 3 retired, since the Brute's about to retire. The Cragheart's working on the money situation. I mean, he's getting reasonably close. Still probably like 3 scenarios from retirement, but the Spellweaver still needs 10 more bandit / cultist kills. So I actually came back here just to be able to farm some of those, so that I can get close to being. So that I'll be ready to retire her when I retire the other characters, without having her hang around for too long afterwards. And it was a good opportunity to just do that. All right. So yeah, I think that plan actually works if we wait a turn to use Dirt Tornado, especially because, like I said, the muddle doesn't really matter so much. There's only one of them that can attack, since they can't get their ranged attack here anyway, and there's a chance that they could reflip and get the ranged attack afterwards. So if we actually do Blunt Force here and use Massive Boulder, which, by the way, is still going to be great, because we're still going to get, an attack 3 with advantage plus 4 splash, and then the following turn we'll have advantage, and we can use Heaving Swing plus Dirt Tornado. I guess that's not necessarily good to get this shuffled back, because then, yeah, we'll be going after. But I still think this is actually the highest amount of damage over the course of 2 turns, and mitigation really doesn't matter so much here, since there's only one thing that can attack us for now. All right. As for the Brute, so we do not want to attack this, actually, interestingly enough, because we need to make sure that the Spellweaver kills it. The Spellweaver is going to do 2, and the Cragheart is going to do 1 to it, so it's going to be at 5, and I don't want to run the risk of killing it. Oh, Skewer's so good. By the way, want to do the Infinite Beyond for our class testing. I think we consistently stream at least once every 2 weeks. The Infinite Beyond, is that the new campaign? This is tough, because that is a very tempting skewer. Yeah, we can do that. Sounds good to me. All right, such a nice skewer. But I'm just afraid of killing it. How likely is it that I kill it? Yeah, +1 kills, right? All right, all right. We'll get a good skewer later, I suppose. We're not really going to get a good skewer because there's never going to be something else that just moves to here. We can't really go late either because if we go after them, then the wound wouldn't kill it, and then we can make sure the Spellweaver finishes it off. No, better to leave it. The annoying thing is the Spellweaver is not even guaranteed going to kill it because it's going to be at 3 or at 5, and she's going to do an attack 4. I guess we'll just use the goggles. No, but then we won't have the goggles for the AoE because she's healing the brute. Oh, so it'll work that well at level 7, but whatever. We'll do +2 anyhow. Yep. I mean, the reasonable, yeah, I should just not worry. I should just not try to be greedy here. The reasonable thing to do is just do a bunch of ranged attacks, and that's what we're just gonna do. We'll worry about how we're gonna kill that one. I don't wanna take any risks of killing things that the Spellweaver should kill. I mean, there will be some that are killed by other people than the Spellweaver, but there's no reason to do that too soon. All right, so Spellweaver's first. We're going to heal the brute. Oh yeah, he would be advantage too because we're gonna heal him and give him strengthen. Yeah, no. So we heal him for 3 with the bottom of Mana Bolt since we're adjacent to him. He gets strengthen. And then we're going to use Living Torch, consume the light, gain 1 experience. This gives us an attack 4, immobilize, which all enemies adjacent to the target suffer 2 damage. So, I know, 1. Yeah, we have range. What does I think? So we're attacking number 1 with an attack 4. No reason to use anything special here. All right, so 5 down to 11, and we get 2 splash on all of these. I guess the advantage of them getting all those ranged attacks was the fact that they did all clump up like this. So I guess it actually was probably decent. I mean, wasn't necessarily bad at least. All right, and we're done. So then we have the Cragheart, gain 1 experience, move in place or shuffle around. I think staying where we are is fine though. And get strengthened. And then we're going to use Massive Boulder, creating Earth, doing attack 3, range 3, which does splash, targeting number 1. Still no items worth using here. Advantage, okay. So we get 5 damage on him. Oops. Puts him down to 6 and bubbles him. And then we get 1 splash on all these. All right, yep, see you Sunday, Themris. Oh yeah, so we are on for Sunday then? If you're still here, if I caught you before you ran off. Just so I can confirm it at the end of today. Yes, at 4 p.m. then? My time? As usual? Does that work? Yep, all right. All right, so we'll count on that, and yeah, just let me know if your flights get messed up. Send me a message on Reddit or something. All right, take care. Good luck with your flights. All right, next up is the Brute. So we would like to deal a little bit of damage to this one, right? If we just chip him a bit, then it makes it easier to guarantee that the Spellweaver kills it, and we can't kill it ourselves. Well, we could with the +3 cat if we get the +3 on a non-advantaged attack. And who else do we want to hit then? Oh no, but there's going to be Dirt Tornado. So the Spellweaver can just wait till after Dirt Tornado. Oh, but the Dirt Tornado can kill it. Whatever. All right, let's stop fixating too much on that. But that means I definitely don't want to hit that one. I want to hit some of the full health ones or near full health ones. So let's just do like 2 and 4, I guess. Each of these are going to be attack. So beginning with, well, we're going to gain 2 experience no matter what. We're making 2 attack 2 range 3s with the 2 target on the top of defensive, which is going to mobilize, but that doesn't really matter. So talking 2 and 4. So these are advantage because we're strengthened. So 2. Okay. Oh my god, it would have been there too. Oh god. Ah, well played, TTS. Well played. And then 4. Jeez. Wait. Oopsies. Well, I'm not going to go through our decks if I draw any of these blesses. Oh no, because I'll have to add some more at some point. Alright, well first let's finish this. Alright, so the first one on 2 we got a disarm. This doesn't really matter. And a +3. So we got 5 damage total. And the second one we got a +2. So there we go. Do we have any curses left in our deck? No, just one bless somewhere. All right, let's find it. On here. The shuffle. Probably in here then. Yep. Give that a shuffle. All right, there we go. Those are both immobilized. I guess I'll place them. No, I'm not going to place them. None of this is doing anything this turn. And then we're going to use the bottom of skirmishing maneuver. I guess we'll hit number 4. Then there's a chance that maybe Dirt Tornado plus the Cold Fire afterwards will kill it. So hitting number 4 with an attack 3, still advantaged. Okay, so 4 damage. Oh god, now it can die to Dirt Tornado. I guess I should have considered that. Oh well. Alright, then the guards go. Only number 6 attacks the brute, making an attack 4, 3. God, these flips are incredible. Alright, so now we create the elements that we want. I guess we can use this. This is just better, so better to save that. Cragheart is using Dirt Tornado. Oh yeah, we want to go after him actually. So like this works. Dirt Tornado plus Heaving Swing. We could just not use Heaving Swing, but I think that's silly. If I kill one of them, I kill one of them. I still have to get a +2 to do it. It's not that extremely likely. Oops, and we don't have the strength in anymore. What can the brute do? So we're definitely not skewering. So probably a ranged attack, and I guess just create wind for a skewer the following turn. Seems fine. Who knows if we'll actually use the skewer or not, but we got nothing else to do with bottom actions right now anyway. We forgot to... No, we did hammer. Okay, yeah, we're good. We're good. All right, let's go. Okay, +1 attack. That's some damage. All right, so the brute is actually first. I want to make sure we attack something that can't die. Guess we'll just attack this one. Yeah, it shouldn't die. So we'll make an attack 3 on number 2. Oh, I guess that's actually one we can skewer. So we should actually leave that. Let's attack number 5 then, I suppose. So we'll make an attack 3 with the top of Hook and Chain, targeting guard number 5. Yeah, it doesn't really matter, but sure. Oops, he's not this anymore. So 4 damage here, down to 9. Oops. And stunned. All right, and then the Cragheart goes. So we're going to use the bottom of Heaving Swing to give +1 attack to all our range attacks this round, and we're going to use the top of Dirt Tornado, Consuming Earth, gain 1 experience. So this gives us an attack 3. We're going to do it like this, obviously. So attack 3, I'm just going to put the model here because it is impossible for him to... No, it's not. If we get a +2, yeah, I guess we'll see. All right, well. Attack 3, like this, which curses and muddles, and we have advantage. All right, let's do the ordering. We'll do lowest to highest. 1, 2, 4, 5, 6. So 1. Would be nicer to see that on a different one. So down to 2. Muddled. And we'll give the curses at the end, depending on how many live. Now on 2. Okay. Not seeing the +2s here is scaring me, because that means they're hanging around waiting for the later ones, which is not something I like to see. And 4. Nice. That's so good. Happy to see that. All right, then 5. Wish I had done 6 instead of 5 there. There's no way I can dodge the +2s for this long. One of them's gonna die. Oh well, just one dying is not the absolute end of the world. I gotta restart my chat. For a second there, I was afraid that I'd not restarted the recording. But I did. All right, and chat is back. Perfect. All right. So 5 is immobilized, but he's already stunned. Just +1, so 4 damage. Won't put the muddle on him because he's stunned. And then 6. Yeah. All right. Well, something had to die. That sucks because I was going to be able to hit all 3 of these and kill all 3 of them. Ah! Alright. So this one is dead. Yes. What was our battle goal again? Take only short rest. You gotta remember that. You have to overkill and us 3 or 4 cards. Alright, so we end up giving them 4 curses because we killed 1. Alright. So then the guards go. There's just number 1, which will move to here, breaking our perfect little clumping. I guess we're gonna hit over here then, presumably. Alright, so number 1 makes an attack 5, disadvantage against the root. Alright, so -1, so 4. Whew, needs healing. And the rest do nothing. This is gone as well. Alright, now it's the Spellweaver's turn, so we've got Engulf first. Kind of want to hit one of these, actually, so that we can stun all these. But it doesn't really matter how we hit things, right? No, hitting all these actually should get us 2 kills. We can leave one of these alive to kill at our leisure. So sure, let's attack. I guess this one has more health, so we'll attack number 1. Also, if they do a non-move next turn, which is actually very reasonably likely, it's 2 out of 5, then they won't even do anything. So we'll attack number 1 with Engulf. So we create fire and make an attack 4, targeting guard number 1. And dice, nice. That's why it's nice to attack first. All right. So guard down and a check mark. Okay, and then we have a move 2, which we're just gonna, I guess we can just move over to here, give ourselves a better advantage. Doesn't really matter much. No, because we might want to heal the brute again without moving. So which element do our allies want? Oh, the brute created, oh no, the brute is going to create wind when he goes. Oh no, the brute did create wind, we just forgot to do his bottom. Yep. So I guess the only thing that's left to create is earth. We can do that. So we'll create earth with the bottom of chromatic explosion. Again, just oscillating in place. Ending the round. I'm going very early with this, but that's okay. So we're gonna hit all these. The brute can hit this one. And needs some healing for sure. So we're gonna just do a double heal with the Cragheart because we don't really need to do anything else here. Don't need to be hurting any enemies. So the skewer and move jump to get out there. Yeah, seems fine. All right, this looks all right. So the Cragheart goes first. We're going to do both these heals on the brute. So the brute gets a total of 6 life and a bless. And we're done. The guards go. So it's going to be... Oh, why are they ruining all our clumpings? I guess we'll hit both of these now then. Yeah, well, can't have it all. All right, so the guard goes there, makes an attack -1, so an attack 3 on the brute. All right, well, there's the counterbalance for what happened before. So 5 damage to the brute. Then the brute goes, so we're going to do a move 4 jump. 1, 2, 1, 2. It's annoying. We want to get... We don't want to be adjacent to any guards. That's how it works. But we can't hit this one with skewer and not be adjacent to any guards. Three, 4, I guess, just next to the door, because why not? We can't beat the 15 if they get it next turn. If they get the attack poison, we're actually in trouble. We could compass him away now, but we'd rather save the compass for later. Yeah, it's kind of a shame. We could just not hit him and hit a different one, but it's not what we're here for. We have to lose a card. We have to lose a card. All right. So then we'll use Skewer. It's only 1 out of 4 that's actually bad. Gain 1 experience, consuming the wind. So we can attack 4, pierce 1, wound on guard number 3. Oops. So 4 damage out of 12 and wounded. Okay. So then it's Spellweaver's turn. Gonna consume ice and fire. Get our AoE. We could have used the compass. Yeah, actually we should. All right, that's fine. We still got pushes for the traps in there. And this makes us safer, plus helps the Spellweaver. So, because the Brute's already attacked, but we can use the compass at the end of our turn after our attacks since nothing else has happened yet. So we actually will use the compass, and we will move this guard here. This way she can hit all 3 of them, hopefully killing all of them, but also keeping him safe against the 15 poison, which is a risk. I would have liked to save the compass for in here because it's so valuable with those traps, but that's okay. We'll figure it out. So, yep, Cold Fire, Goggles. Do we need the Power Potion here? 5, 1, 4. Yeah, we should use the Power Potion. Makes it pretty likely that we kill all of them, which is what's important here. All right, so 2, 5. We'll do 2, 4, 5. So this is an attack 4 with advantage, stun. In the order of 2, 4, 5. So 2 first. Okay, that's fine. Then 4. That's fine. And then 5. You need +1. All right, +2. Nice. So, yep, and yep. And we created a fire. Stun was a little bit gratuitous, or arbitrary here, I guess we could say, but, well, 3 check marks. There we go. And then we have a move 4 jump. I think we'll leave this for the Cragheart. So we'll just move to this one. And with Reviving Ether, we will create ice. So we can Cold Fire again next turn. Because we'll just short rest here. Do we actually need... How much health does this have? 12? What are our friends doing? It's doing this always. Cragheart. No more healing left, huh? Yeah, we'll short rest. We should be able to kill it. Alright, that's fine. We're actually not going to create ice here. We're going to do this plus this to set up Cold Fire next turn, because we actually just need an attack 4 here to kill this, presumably. So that... But actually, we need to grab those coins for the Brute, or the Cragheart. Alright, so we're going to chain... Oh no, because I just short rested already. I can't, man. I should have created Earth. Oh well. If we're going to grab those coins, we need to move just to there, which means we're only using Crater here. I suppose that's fine. So which one of these things we're using to move there? Probably this, so that we still have an attack next turn, just in case. 26 initiative is still... It's not any different than 19 against them. Alright. Let's go. Surely enough. Well, it's a good thing we used the compass. They were going to try to get us. So he takes 1 damage from his wound. It does nothing because he doesn't move. He does have 1 shield. Alright, so then the Brute goes. We're going to do a generic move 2 on the bottom of Immobile Phalanx, and we're going to use Unstoppable Charge, gaining 1 experience, and making an attack 5 against that guard. 6, he has 1 shield, so he takes 5. Down to 6. Okay, then it's the Cragheart's turn, so we're going to use the top of Crater to do an attack 3, range 3, targeting the guard as well. Alright, so 2 damage. Oh no! We need a +1 now to kill him. And then we're going to use the bottom of Cataclysm to move to this coin pile. Alright, alright. Come on, +1. So we're going to use Engulf as the Spellweaver, making an attack 4, creating fire, targeting the guard. All right, that does it. Nice. That does it. And another check mark. Oh, we need to be careful. We don't actually want to retire. Well, God, what would it be like to play without the cold fire? No, we've saved so much money. We can't retire after the scenario because we won't have the prosperity to enhance anything. That would feel awful to have all that money just disappear. Oh, sorry. Then we have chromatic explosion to make a move to creating ice. Guess Brute kind of wants a long rest though, right? Maybe we just take our time here. The Cragheart grab that. All right, sure. We'll just move here then and create. Is there any element that matters? Create ice anyway, just in case. So these should actually be there now. All right. So Cragheart just picking up a coin. Brute long resting. Spellweaver healing the Brute, I guess. With this, and we can play a generic top and hammer it. Put something like this. Doesn't really matter. All right. Let's go. So Cragheart goes first. Just move to here. Grab this coin. Working on our retirement. Oops, Spellweaver is actually first, but this really doesn't matter. We're going to do a generic top action so that we can use Hammer Potion Charge and get Living Torch back. And we're going to use the bottom of Mana Bolt to heal 3 on the Brute. The Strengthen doesn't matter because he loses it on his long rest. Okay, and then he does a long rest, heals 2, refreshes all this stuff. And gets to choose a card to lose. As usual, I think we're going to get rid of Spare Dagger here. Won't need the range attack as much anymore. Can the Cragheart long rest? I think he can, but I don't think it's necessary. He doesn't have much to gain, just a little bit of health and card selection. All right, lose Kinetic Assault. It's our best initiative, but it's not an absolutely essential card. So ideally, we want to get 4 more bandit kills with the Spellweaver, not 5. Have to be careful of it. All right. So what is our plan here? To create the elements by using fire orbs. Already lost a card. It's going to cost us some longevity, but I mean we're fine. All right. Go late. Both elements. Or alternatively, we can not use a loss and just use a mana potion. We've already used. No, we haven't used our mana potion yet. Yeah, we can just use a mana potion. That's also fine. Probably better than using a loss. This way we also don't necessarily have to attack anything either. We can go really, really late to make sure we can hit something after they've moved up. All right, so who's doing what here in terms of entering this next room? I guess the Brute's Immobilize is quite good here, while also being ranged, which makes it flexible. And do we want to set up wind right away, or do we want to wait a little bit? Probably setting it up right away is okay. I guess that's... No, it's not actually going to be that good, because the enemies aren't going to have moved up enough, and we don't want to run into them. Better to save do another ranged attack next turn, and then set up wind the following turn. We do need enough movement here, but we can just do that using Fatal Advance. We actually forgot to bring back Balance Measure. Oh yeah, but we didn't want it, because we didn't want a lot of damage. Because we don't want to be killing things ourselves. All right, and so then what's the Cragheart going to do? Actually just heal the Brute, because we don't actually know that anything we're going to do is going to work. So, I mean, the enemies might not even come up. We might not be able to hit anything, and the Brute really does need healing. On top of that, the elite archer poisons, so once he starts getting attacked, it's going to be much more difficult. Better to try to heal him now while we have the chance. I think this is actually fine. All right, let's go. I guess accordingly, I should actually go like this. Oh no, because he's not close enough for this heal. Yeah. Okay, so Brute goes first. We do move 4 on the bottom of Fatal Advance. 1, 2 to the door. All right. Trap. Trap. There wasn't. Yeah. For a second, I was like, there wasn't any scenario effect here, was there? But no, there's not. Ah, yeah, it's just an elite on 3 players. That's weird. I'm always used to their. Oh, did I delete all those cards? I think I did delete them. Oh well. Doesn't really change much. I guess there's only 1 guard left for the scenario. Yeah, I'm used to there being 2. So this immobilized attack's gonna suck because he's 3 shield and I'm making an attack 2, and he's by himself. And then yeah, we've got all the archers in the back. The real threat in this room. All right, all right. Yeah, so this room is, I would say, at its hardest in 3-player, actually, interestingly enough. I guess that's why we struggled so much. Well, one of the reasons we struggled so much. Because, like, 2 regulars is fine, and then having all the guys here, 2 regulars and an elite is fine, because the archers don't get any harder at 4 players, and the archer's the real threat here. You get more guards, but the guards are actually the easy thing, and you want to draw them in. So it's actually, it doesn't really increase the difficulty of the room at all, having 2 more guards to kill while you wait for the archers to come up. There's just 2 regular guards, and you get 1 more person. So that definitely makes it better. And in 2 players, you just do regular guards, which are also much easier to kill while you wait for the archers to come up. So, and the archers aren't near as difficult in 2 players because you just have 1 single archer in the back. So yeah, 3 players is actually the most difficult version of this room. That's interesting. It's funny how the balance comes out sometimes in certain scenarios. I mean, I have to imagine it's not intentional. Just some things Isaac didn't really consider. He also maybe didn't consider so much the optimal way to play scenarios. I'm not sure. I'm sure he had to. All right, so let's see what all of them are doing. Ooh, that's a scary thing. Because the +1 range is annoying. All right. So +1 range, 7 range on the elite. Yeah, she's always hitting someone. Ugh, God, I hate her. She's so annoying. 7 range on the elite, 6 on the normals. 4. All right, 4 movement, 7 range. That's 11. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Yeah, yeah, he's hitting something. That's for sure. So let's check the regulars then, because that's, I guess, more interesting. So they have 3 movement and 6 range. Well, I guess we should see where she's going to stop. I guess it depends where we stop. Does immobilizing him actually accomplish anything? He has -1 movement and 3, so he has 2 movement? No. So there's not really any point in attacking him. We'll see, though. It depends what they're going to end up doing, whether we want... I mean, yeah, we'll see. So what if we go here, for example? Then the elite will attack the archer. I mean, yeah. Oh, but we won't be able to move, so we won't be able to create an element. That is a problem, because the immobilize will actually be an issue for us. So we probably want to go here, let's say. So if we go there, what happens? The elite, and this is all what happens next too, so I can just... Oh no, the Cragheart goes first. Well, the Cragheart's thing is always easy too. But anyway, so the elite who has 7 range, from here it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So we'll move up to here. Yeah, she is an archer with a sniper rifle, no joke. I mean, really? Like, look at that. Who can shoot an arrow that far? It's insane. Especially one that's precise enough to immobilize someone. All right. So then the regulars, like I said, they have 3 movement and 6 range. I don't think they can make it, right? 1, 2. I mean, so then this one can only move 2. Can't move 1 more anyway. Unless she's moved up more, but even then, won't change anything. Yeah. So even if we're here, well, no, if we're here, then she would actually stop here, right? And then this goes here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, so that's never good. So it's got to be like this. 1, 2, 3, but no line of sight. No, it does have line of sight. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, but not range. All right, yeah, so this is definitely a spot to move to. So then we don't attack because this only makes it to the door anyway. All right, that's fine. This works. And we don't want this Spellweaver getting attacked because, again, the Spellweaver needs to move. All right, so we'll just move back to there. We won't make any attack with top of defensive tactics. So then the Cragheart goes, and he's going to do a total of 6 healing, creating Earth. on the brute. Brute 17, which is going to be quite useful against that darned archer. And another bless. Okay, so then the archers go and they do exactly what I've predicted here. Let's just double check that this is correct. So this has range 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and line of sight. So yep, that's where it needs to move. Then this one with 3 movement. Can't get any closer than this. Yep. Oh wait, is it actually? Did we? I forget this. Does anyone remember? Do we consider that? Do we consider that line of sight? I mean, that range is counted like this, or that it's counted like this? So, for example, what I mean is from here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, or is it 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7? This matters actually here, even no matter what, she doesn't get range, but it matters because if this is 6, then she would actually go 1, 2, 3, because this would put her one closer to this. And then actually this one will attack, right? 1, 2, 3. Yeah. I always find it so. I mean, I know we've gone over this before. All right. Yeah, that makes sense to me. It's just this sort of weird line of sight that somehow works. The like this, which doesn't touch the wall, is always weird to me. But yeah, that's what I thought, that you have to change the range before through the door. I'd done this before. I just wanted to make sure that I wasn't wrong because this kind of messes with me. All right, so yeah, so this in this case, this one would go here, and 1, 2, 3. This one would go here, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 does not have line of sight, or does not have range. Does have line of sight. Okay, so it's just the elite which attacks the brute. So she makes an attack 4, poison, immobilize on the brute. Okay, so we'll block all of it, or block everything we can, taking 2 and getting some annoying conditions. Okay, then the guard goes, has 2 movement, moves to here. Because it was -1 and 3 base movement. Then the Spellweaver goes. Oh, the Immobilize is actually going to be useful against him. That's nice. Unless he does a ranged attack. But only 1 in 7 to do that. Alright, so we'll begin by using Living Torch as an attack 4, targeting guard number 1. Should we just use this now? What are the skeletons? 1 shield, 2 shield? Nah, better to save it for the... Yeah. Ugh, no damage, but Immobilize. And then we're going to use Potion plus the jumping around moving. Stunning all of them does seem quite valuable, huh? Yeah. 1, 2, 3, 4. We're going to use our boots. 5, 6, I guess. So the bottom move on this created ice, and our potion created fire. We don't have good initiative, though. We have to short rest early to get Mana Bolt back, but Reviving Ether's in there. Oh god, this is... Should we not be doing this then? Oh, but it's so good to be able to get up there. Especially since he's immobilized, we can just ignore him. Everyone can jump past him. Literally everyone can jump past him. Except the brute, who's stuck there because immobilized. Guess he'll just be making ranged attacks on that guard. Why scenario 1? Alright, so basically we have a bunch of scenarios we can do, but they're either scenarios I really don't want to do, like 95 and 64. 95 because I really hate the design of this scenario. Well, I've never done 3 players, but in 2 players it's a complete nightmare. And 64 because it's a difficult scenario that has oozes at the end of long corridors, and the reward is absolutely garbage. So I really, really dislike this scenario. Other than that, we have some stuff which is really, really long, and we're starting this one pretty late, so I didn't want to do something extremely long, like 82. Otherwise, we just have boss fights, and boss fights would retire the brute since we're already at 3. So I needed to kind of just do something else tonight, and on top of that, I really needed to get some check marks for the Spellweaver so that we can retire her, because we're getting, I mean, obviously the Brute can retire basically at any time now. The Cragheart's just a couple scenarios from having enough gold to retire, because we can sell all his items. Um, so I really need the Spellweaver to be in a position where I can just basically do one scenario and retire her as well. So she was missing 10 check marks still. I mean, 10 cultist / bandit kills, so I came back to scenario 1 to get some cultist, or to get some bandit kills. Yeah, I think it's pretty valuable to move up like this. What if we lose? What if we lose Mana Bolt or Reviving Ether though? God, stamina potions are so good. It's just this initiative is such an issue. Yeah, I think we'll go for it. No guts, no glory. It's not really necessary to go for this, but it is fun. All right, so short rest. Oh no. What initiatives do we have here? Not very. God, we only have one good initiative in our deck. I guess we lost the 26. We got to get Fork Beam next level. All right, here we go. Are you rolling? Please no Reviving Ether. All right. I mean, we could have probably still beat the scenario even if we lost Reviving Ether, but I definitely prefer not to have had to test that theory. And we need this initiative here. I didn't want to retire the Brute tonight, just for further clarification, because it would just be kind of anticlimactic, I thought, to do it at the end of a day. I'm going to do that at the beginning, probably the beginning of Monday. All right. So like I said, Brute has no choice since he's immobilized but to sit here and attack this guard. It sucks because he's just making attack 3s into something with 3 shield, which is pretty useless. The Cragheart, however, is going to jump right on past, thanks to the fact that he now also has jump. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Oh no, we don't have the Boots of Striding anymore. Ugh. So we would end up next to him, but that's bad because the goal is to take advantage of the fact that he's immobilized by not having to be next to him. What can we do instead then? I guess we could. We kind of want to use the traps for them, but we could use Crater to push him so that we clear a path and we can move up a bit. And then the following turn, the Brute can move up and Warding Strength him into the traps. I guess this is fine. We don't really have anything else we can do. Otherwise, we end up. I mean, I guess we could also just go really, really late. But without the extra movement, we can't even really hit the things over there. 1, 2, and expand. But we don't have the Earth to even make it very good because we have to use. Oh no, we do have it. So that's not bad. It's decent. But we'd have to go super late. But I guess that's okay. Yeah, that's probably better than I'm just ignoring him for now. The Archer's the real threat in here. And by doing this, also by going super late, we'll put Muddle on 2 of them for the following turn after they've been stunned this turn. Which is not bad. And this just allows us to get past the guard and start helping a Spellweaver so she's not alone in there. Alright, let's go. Again? Wow, okay, alright. That's it's one of their best cards, so that's pretty annoying. I mean, it is, I guess, their actual best action. Maybe 2 target would be better here. I don't know. No, it wouldn't actually. That's really their best thing. And the ranged attack. Oh my god. That's so bad? Huh. That is actually really bad. Well, he's at 15 life. Jeez. Alright. Well, Spellweaver first. We're going to heal ourselves, which gives us 1 back using the bottom of Mana Bolt, and we get strengthened for 2 turns. And then we're going to use Cold Fire, consuming Ice and Fire, which gives us an attack 3 stun. We're going to target. Doesn't really matter which side we target. I guess it's better to try to kill some of them. Oh, no, we did set their healths, yeah. So we'll do 3 and 6 in that order. Okay, so we got ice. And then 6. Damage. And stunned. Alright, so then it's the Brute's turn. I guess we can stun him. I mean, it's going to prevent 6 damage. It's probably worth it. Ruins are immobilized, but I don't think we really have a better choice. Alright, well, we'll begin by using Skirmishing Maneuvers bottom, gaining 1 experience and making an attack 3, targeting the guard. Alright, so that's 1 damage because he has 3 shield. Yep. And then we're going to use the top of Hook and Chain, and we actually are going to use the pull, and we're going to use the stun powder to stun him. We're going to use the pull just because pulling him this way takes him a little bit further from where we're all going to run, so we can ignore him for longer, basically. So, yeah. Attack 3, stun, pull 2 on the guard. Okay. It's not bad. So this goes over here. So our 3 becomes a 6, which does 3 damage. He's down to 10. Use a stun powder, so he's stunned. We are no longer immobilized. And we pull him to here. Okay, then the archers go. These 2 are stunned. So there's just number 5 that attacks at -1. So an attack 3, immobilized, targeting a Spellweaver. Alright. Then the guard goes and is stunned and immobilized to really drive the point home. And then the Cragheart goes, is going to do a move 4 jump with Meteor. Oh, this fire should be going. I forgot to consume it. 1, 2, 3, 4. And then we're going to use Dirt Tornado, Curse Tornado, consuming Earth, gaining 1 experience. We'll do 1, 2, and expand like this. So we hit 3 and 6. Yeah, I don't think it's worth using anything special here. So 3 and then 6. Each of these is an attack 2 muddle curse. So 3 first, miss, and then 6, plus 1 immobilize. Alright, so down to 6 here. Muddled, and muddled, and immobilized. And give them 2 curses. Alright, and that's the end of the round. So go up, get advantage, hit the one in the center with a massive boulder. Seems good. It's not really possible to push them in the traps, and we just lost our jump. Spellweaver. Yeah, we don't have range to fire orbs all of them, so I think that's fine. So we can just use Engulf. We can't move, but it doesn't really matter. We don't have anything else to do as a bottom action. So we'll just use Engulf, attacking presumably this one, which should be killable. Since we have Strengthen, attack 4 with it at 5 life, because it'll take in 1 from the splash. This works fine. And the Brute. Yeah, move 4 plus boots if we want. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. To get a big hit on that. Seems alright. Creating wind. Yeah, because then we can skewer the 2 of them the following turn. Doesn't matter if we kill one of them here. We also actually want to go kind of early so that we can get away from this dude. So I think that's fine to use this. We've also got push the following turn, so using this, but that's fine. If he goes at 15 and makes his poison attack, it's going to be annoying, but other than that, nothing he does really matters here. All right, this works. Let's go. 50, 16. Ooh, so Spellweaver is about to get pummeled. Oh, dear God. All right. So attack -1, but poison. So from the elite first, muddled. So an attack 4, poison, disadvantage on the Spellweaver. So it becomes 2. All right, well, that's a good start, at least. Poisoned. No more muddle for you. God for that muddle. So then number 5, sorry, has range easily. Attack -1, so 3 except the poison, so 4. This one's not disadvantaged, so 4 damage. And then the regular over there. This one is disadvantaged. Jeez. All right. Well, that's painful. Oh, Boots of Speed. Yeah, I forgot that I have them. It wouldn't really change anything except getting the Cragheart hit. As I've said before, I don't really mind too much the Spellweaver taking some damage. I guess I could have considered it, but the truth is, I have Fire Orbs in my hand, and actually just losing Fire Orbs would have also been fine. I just didn't really care that much, to be perfectly honest. So I was saying that, but it didn't really matter to me that she gets pummeled. Not getting the poison on someone who's more likely to take future attacks is actually more valuable to me. And again, like I said, using the Boots of Speed doesn't actually kill anything, so it doesn't really change the math. Oops. So since I would just be relocating damage, but relocating damage to someone who I want poison less, I thought this was fine. If I had no cards in my hand, it would have been a different story. Then I probably should have made sure that I paid attention to that. I didn't pay attention to it, but even if I could take it back, I wouldn't. Obviously, in hindsight, I definitely wouldn't, since we didn't end up having to lose cards. But I mean, the outcome wasn't. We got a -2 and then a +0/+0 with 2 muddled and 1 regular with 6 curses in their deck. I think it was reasonable to expect 1 miss as well, which we didn't get. So in the end, I think it was perfectly fine. All right, so we've got the Brute who goes now. So we're going to do move 4, plus we have to use our boots. So we get move 6 total, creating a wind. Using Leaping Cleave's bottom. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 to there. Because we're going to take 1 damage from the Cragheart, but so be it. And then we're going to do an immobile phalanx attack. Attack 4, targeting number 3, the elite. Because we really do actually need to kill her. Should we use the battle axe actually here? No, I can save it for the last room. Plus, we don't actually necessarily want to do that here. Well, like I said, I don't care so much if I kill. Battle axe for 4 damage. I end up just not using battle axe in a lot of scenarios in the end, but it just doesn't suit this party very well because of the playstyle. Is battle axe gonna be better for next turn? No, because we're just gonna be doing skewer, or well, with the push it could be. That's interesting. We could push multiple things, except we won't be able to make it around to the other side because we don't actually have the movement. No, I don't think I'll use it. I don't think it's necessary. Spellweaver should be able to kill this one, which is what I want as well. I do want to make sure she still gets these kills if possible, at least for now. So we'll just make an attack 4 on the elite, number 3. Oof, jeez. It's pretty rough. Okay, and then it's the Cragheart's turn. Gain 1 experience. Gain retaliate. Oops, that's done. Retaliate 1 and strengthen for 2 rounds. And then we make an attack using Massive Boulder, creating an earth. Attack 3, range 3, which does splash, targeting Archer number 3. So the Brute takes 1, and this is an advantage to attack 3. Alright, 4 damage. Down to 6. This one's down to 5. And this one's down to 12. Okay, then the guard goes and moves 3. Ah, he still does actually hit people, huh? For some reason I thought he wouldn't be able to reach us, but no, he's actually got 3 movement. Okay, 1, 2, 3, attacks the Cragheart. That's annoying. Well, there's the miss. And he takes 1 retaliate. Ah, so the retaliate does matter. Blunt force. Beautiful, beautiful W. Alright. These 2 cards, even if I have to lose cards from hand, doesn't really matter so much. I mean, from discard, I can always recover. We're in the second room at this point anyway. Oh, crap. I forgot to do the Spellweaver's turn. Alright, so we were immobilized. We couldn't move. We had Engulf plus Chromatic. We were going to attack this one. So the Chromatic's not going to do anything because we're immobilized, but we still get an attack 4, creating fire on Archer number 6. So the fire will be here. And we had Strengthen still, so this should be gone as well. So it's an attack 4 Strengthen actually on Archer number 6. Yep. +1? Oh, +2. Alright, well, we still got the fire, and this one's dead. Gives us another check mark. Nice. 4 more to go. Like I said, we don't need to be super concerned, but it's not bad if we can make it. All right, so we play these 2 cards. We'll see what we'll do in the end. We do really need to use... Oh, No, we don't have the compass anymore. Yeah, we do need to use these traps. We have Earth. Do we have a lot of movement? Move 3. Yeah, it does do it. We can push her into a trap or... No, yeah, just the elite. All right, so let's go pushing. Yes, Heaving Swing does it, but yeah, I mean, Heaving Swing can do it next turn as well, whereas here we've got the Earth now, we won't have it next turn. I guess Heaving Swing allows us to use Cataclysm to move, though, which is interesting. Because if we do that, then we could go, I mean, we could use it, I mean, boost it up, then we could actually push this one in. But we care more about making sure we kill the elite than killing the regular, I think. Although, then the brute can go here and push her in. No, push her like this into this one. Yes. Yes, 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 yes. Good, good. Which card do we want to make sure we keep? I guess we're probably going to Hannah. We'll just play Skewer because there's a possibility we'll end up using Skewer. Who knows? All right, so in that case, we're going to use Heaving Swing because then we're going to use Cataclysm and run all the way around up here, push this one into this one, which should kill it. We're doing an attack 3. It has 12 health. We have advantage. And then the trap does 9. And then the Brute is going to move to here and then push this one to this one. This is going to make the guard more difficult to deal with, but again, the guard isn't the most threatening thing in the world. Or if we really want with the Brute, now we can never push this one. So should we consider pushing the guard into the trap? I guess the guard is actually more threatening. Well, even then, oh yeah, so actually no. So we do need to do, yeah, let's kill the guard. Yeah. Hey, a scenario I've done before. Why are you going back to scenario 1? I'm back to scenario 1. I've explained this a number of times. Basically, I didn't have a scenario which would be convenient for me to do tonight. Either something that would be too long or a boss scenario, because the first scenario took us 4 hours in the end, so it was a pretty late start for a second scenario. No, don't worry. It's normal to ask this question. So either long scenarios or boss scenarios were basically the only choices I had. I didn't want to do a long scenario because we got a late start on the second scenario, and I didn't want to do a boss scenario because I didn't want to retire the Brute tonight. I want to retire the Brute at the beginning of next week instead, when the other people are closer to retirement. So I came back to scenario 1 to be able to get some bandit kills for the Spellweaver, so the Spellweaver would be as close to retirement as the Brute would be, and the Cragheart's kind of also catching up here by getting coins, so we'll be able to retire them, all within 1 or 2 scenarios of each other and switch to the other party completely. Rather than having the Brute retire much too soon, bring the Mind Thief in and giving him a leg up over the next party. Okay, so actually, yeah, Cragheart goes to here, pushes this guard into the trap to make sure he dies. Brute goes up, kills the elite. The regular is still alive, so be it. All right, this works. Spellweaver is kind of just doing some nonsense, I guess. Let's go. 32. Perfect. We're just going to beat them. Wow. So first the Cragheart goes with a move 3 from Cataclysm. Do 1, 2. We don't need to move anymore. It doesn't matter that we're disadvantaged because the trap always kills him. So we'll just move there with Cataclysm. Does this mean we want to Hammer it? No. And then we're going to consume Earth, gain 1 experience. So we're going to use Crater to make an attack 3, range 3, push 2, targeting guard number 1. We were supposed to be muddled, actually. I forgot that he hit us. I always forget that they have the muddle. It's so weird. So we actually, well, it still doesn't matter because we're going to have disadvantage, but multiple instances of disadvantage don't attack. So stack anyway. So it's still just going to be an attack 3 with neither advantage nor disadvantage, regardless of the 2 instances of disadvantage. And again, all this doesn't actually matter because the trap kills him with the push. So here's our attack 3, normally, -1, does no damage, but then we get the push 2, and he dies in the trap. All right, so we're done, and the guards are eliminated. We haven't long rested yet. All right, good. We got to remember not to long rest. Please, if I'm going to go long rest with the Cragheart, remind me, and I will do my best not to. Okay, and we've got an overkill, which we should actually be able to do here as well. So then it's the Brute's turn, so we're going to do a generic move with the bottom of Skewer. I can just grab this coin. We don't mind getting a little bit of money ourselves. Just easy to pick up. Oops, there should be, oh no, we put the coin there. Yeah, grab our coin. And then from here, we're going to make an attack with Warding Strength. We are going to use the push, so we'll make an attack 3, push 2, targeting the Elite Archer number 3. Okay, so 2 damage from the attack, puts it down to 4, but then pushing into the trap does 9 damage, which puts it at -5, which does allow us to complete our battle goal with Dynamo. Kill a monster during the scenario by causing at least 4 points of damage, 4 more points of damage to it than necessary. We caused 5 more than necessary, successfully killing the elite. Okay, and then the archers go. So it's +1 attack, -1 range. So attack 5 plus the poison, so attack 6 on the brute. 7, jeez. No kidding. 6 damage. All right, when the Spellweaver goes, I'm not going to play a loss just to get 1 extra damage and an experience. I'm going to do a move 4. I guess it would also set up Cold Fire for next turn, but Cold Fire for next turn doesn't even matter that much. We're going to do a move 4 at the bottom of Reviving Ether. Moving to here. Even though it is the Cragheart who really wants the coins, I mean, I'm not going to go out of my way to avoid them when I can conveniently pick them up while doing other things I need to do. And then make an attack 2 with the top of, so we create an element. What element do we need? Oh yeah, we were supposed to Hammer Up back Skewer. Yep. So that makes it obvious. Because we use Skewer to move and then Warding Strength, we can still Hammer Up Potion it back because nothing else has happened, since the Brute was the last one to go. So we will use a Hammer Up Potion charge to get back Skewer. In that case, we want to create Wind when we move with Reviving Ether here. And then we're going to use the top of Fire Orbs as a generic attack 2, targeting Archer number 5. So 3 damage. Archer number 5, putting it down to 9. Okay, so we're going to long rest now. Obviously this is risky, but it's not really. We can Reviving Ether before we go into the last room no matter what. So long resting is going to remove the poison from us. We're still going to be at 2, unfortunately, but also refresh both of our items, which is kind of nice. And again, if we get attacked, we lose 2 cards from our discard. Not a big deal. Then we'll just Reviving Ether the next turn anyway. Okay, so end the round. Oops, I pressed the long rest thing too early. All right, and then both of them are just going to do their things. All right, let's go. 44. Well, won't need that anyway. Man, we do need some healing so badly, though. We're really beat up. All right, we're going to do generic move 2 on the bottom of Unstoppable Charge, moving to here. No, moving to here. And we're going to consume the wind using the top of Skewer, gaining 1 experience, which gives us an attack 4 wound, targeting Archer number 5. All right. So down to 5 and wounded. Then the Archer goes. So +1 attack. Jeez. It's going to move back 1. Down to 4 with the wound and make an attack +1. So 5 +1 from the poison on the brute. So 6. Thank you. Thank you, Gentle Curse. Okay, then it's the Cragheart's turn. We're going to do generic move 2 with Heaving Swing. 1, 2. And then we're going to use the top of Rock Slide, gaining 1 experience, creating an Earth, and dropping some rocks. 1, 2, 3, 4. So 1 there. We'll just do some out of the way down here. So this does 2 damage to him, putting him down to 2. Her down to 2. Okay, and then we end the round. So definitely some long rests here and here. He doesn't really need... Oh, no, no. Whew. Nice try. So short rest here. Well, first let's finish this long rest. So she does not heal, but she does remove the poison. And she refreshes her items and gets to choose which to lose. Should almost always be Fire Orbs, I imagine. Do we still have our heal? Oh no, we didn't bring the heal. Ugh. Of course, when you don't bring it is when you really want it, huh? Just the way it works. We do have this as a heal, actually. All right, so actually our turn's quite obvious. Use that as a heal, which will actually be on ourselves because we're also missing health, and the advantage will make sure that we get the kill here, and just make an attack 4. All right, Cragheart short rest. Want to make sure we keep our healing. That is healing, so we will reroll. Yeah, that's fine. I mean, obviously, if we rerolled from this and hit Rumbling Advance, that would suck. But again, this was a 1 out of 9. So I think I'm quite alright with it, taking that risk. So heal and heal. All right, let's go. So Spellweaver first. She's going to heal herself for 3 using Mana Bolt. Strengthen. This way we guarantee kill. And then we're using Gulf as an attack 4 with advantage targeting the archer. Create ice as well. We're ready to cold fire next turn. Beautiful. And that gives us a check mark. 3 to go. All right. Then the Cragheart goes. So we're going to use the bottom heal 2 on Earthing Clod to remove the poison from the Brute. And then we're going to use the top Rumbling Advance. Yeah, it's got to be the Brute to heal the Brute for 4. Give him another bless. We don't really want the blesses on the Brute. We'd rather him on the Spellweaver because this can kind of ruin our attempts to try to make sure we kill things, but his health does matter significantly more than the Spellweaver's. All right. And then the long rest gives him 2 more health. Refreshes his items and lets him choose which card to lose. Which is Warding Strength for sure. All right. Well, we have the full cold fire combo. I guess we can try to use it. And we have a card in our hand that we can lose if necessary. Dropping rocks seems like a good plan, followed by a Cataclysm, I think. Seems quite reasonable. What if we do actually, no, because so the turn we use Cataclysm, we almost always want to use Meteor to get in position. We've got this combo as well of Heaving Swing plus Dirt Tornado. So then there's just moving, but we also want this, but we kind of want this for both this and this. Yeah, guess we won't ever really get it all. That's okay. So we should just do this turn and then do Cataclysm next turn, I guess. And then the following turn, maybe Dirt Tornado or something. Crater is kind of the odd man out here. It just doesn't really matter is the point. But, I mean, we could use Crater to move to the door here. But I'm not convinced that that's the right way. All right, let's just go with this. I think this is fine. As for the Brute, I guess our plan is just running in here. It's kind of leaving some coins, but that's okay. There are a lot of coins in this room anyway. I suppose creating wind is a good plan, as usual. Set up our skewer. And I guess defensive tactics can be alright, because we can immobilize the skeletons so that they don't actually get to attack. If we go something like there and immobilize the front ones. Yeah, that's alright. So that means actually probably want to go first. No, because the rock dropping can also affect enemy attacks. We'll see. Can't actually stop the skeletons, but hopefully the skeletons just won't go at their 20. Of course, when I say that, they will go at their 20, but still. Do we actually want to make the Spellweaver go as late as possible then? Yeah, I think we do. So let's just, well, Spellweaver's at 80. I mean, you know, I haven't actually, so I'll just, oh, jeez. All right, whatever. Spellweaver's at 80. Okay, so first, Cragheart goes, gains 1 experience. We don't have this anymore, do you? Did we heal ourselves last turn? and attack. Yeah, I actually do still have that. Yeah, that was just last turn that we killed him. All right, nice. So move 2 onto the door. Strengthen himself. We gain the 1 XP. We did. We've got 1 retaliate just in case. Set up this room. All right, so 1 elite, 1 regular skeleton in the front. Please not the 20. All right. Ugh. Well, the immobilize doesn't do anything, but whatever. I mean, it's still just as good. At least it's not the 20. So 14 and 13. Then we've got 2 archers, 1 elite, 1 regular. That's it? Okay. Oh, did I accident? Yeah. No, it is not replaced by coins. That was my bad. I was just, for some reason I was thinking it was the same pattern on both sides because I was used to the treasure being there, and in my mind I was thinking of it as a coin. But no, you're absolutely right. Okay, so we don't have any more movement on the Cragheart since we don't have our other boots anymore. But what we can do, however, is, we need to actually see what the archers are doing. The traps, huh? All right, so we're gonna create earth, gain 1 experience, and drop some rocks. So we always want a rock here. That's without a doubt. I guess we can draw the archers. Actually, we don't really. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. They both have range on us from here. They don't get drawn up at all, even if no matter where we place rocks. So that just does damage, and I guess we can just place the other rocks out of the way. Otherwise, they're just going to make things more annoying. There we go. Creating our own little pile back there. All right, so 2 damage to each thing here. I mean, whatever. Gain 1 experience, created earth, and did 8 damage. Seems all right. So we're done. So now the archers go. So the elite goes first. So it's attack -1 each time. So it'll be 4 and 3, except the second one will actually be 4 because of the poison. So attack 4, both on the Cragheart. I'm just pressing the wrong thing. All right. So 3 damage, take it. Another attack 4, 3 damage. All right, then the brute gets to go. So we have a move 4 creating wind with the bottom of leaping cleave. 1, 2, 3, 4. I think I actually want to hit the archers. Immobilizing them does nothing, and they have shields, so this attack is just worse on them. Plus, by going here, then next turn I can skewer the archers, which seems like a good plan. So let's use our boots to get 2 more movement. It's nice actually not having balance measures sometimes because it also gives you more freedom to use the boots for movement rather than having to worry about losing damage if you use it. All right, so let's move 6 with leaping cleave, and then we're gonna use defensive tactics, gaining 1 experience, making attack 2, range 3, mobilize, targeting both the archers. We'll do 1 and then 3. 4. The attack 2s are really where I want all my crits, but whatever. It's fine. Down to 7. Down to 11. Both immobilized. Immobilized guarantees me that I can get skewered next turn. Well, I guess unless they immobilize me. The archer traps. Good call. They're so irrelevant. It's easy to forget. Actively negative for the enemies. They would be here and here because we were over there when they placed them. All right, Spellweaver still goes at 80. I mean, 67 or 80 ended up being the exact same thing. We've got a move 4 jump. 2, 3. Yeah, I mean, I guess we don't need to use our boots. We can just stop here. I mean, yeah, I guess it does block my Cataclysm's bottle. I can also just move on to it. That's a fair point. It does actually accomplish something here for once. So So no matter what, we can only either hit the archers or the skeletons. It's pretty obvious which one of those we want to hit. The point is, do we actually want to be standing here with the skeletons potentially wanting to hit us? Or is it better to have moved up here? What are we doing next turn? Short resting and doing some stuff. I don't know. No, it's probably fine to stop here, I guess. All right, so we just move there using the bottom reviving ether. Which element do we want? They have all their elements, so I guess it's just up to us. Which element? We're not more likely to flip one or the other. It's got to be what we believe. All right. I believe we're going to get ice, so we'll create. Actually, yeah, no, because we also want to. We'd rather have damage than stun next turn to make sure that we can kill the archers ourselves. So we'll create fire while we move with reviving ether. Doing our move 4 jump, and then we'll use cold fire, consuming the old ice and the old fire to do an attack 3, range 3, stun. So 1, 2, 3, expand like this. We still have advantage. We don't have our power potion anymore. Nothing else really to use here. Okay, so we'll do 1 and then 3. Okay. Okay. So the first one is a crit on our 3, so 6. So I'm down to 1. Oof, so much for our skewer. And then up here, it was just a +1, if I'm not mistaken. Yes. 1 to 7. And they're both stunned. Living Bones go and do nothing. Short rest. I really want that initiative, but if I reroll this into Cold Fire, I'm going to feel really bad. Actually, no, I'm not going to. I don't really care. Oops, so that's out. Reroll, pay 1 life. I mean, I do care a little bit, but it's okay. We're going to use the top of Chromatic Explosion for the first time ever. So we need to kill that archer before something else does. Strengthen is gone, although it's about to be back, so I guess I can just leave it there. We're going to do this. Range 3 with Chromatic Explosion. 1, 2, 3. Expand here. Kills this. Brings this low, which we can hopefully kill it afterwards. Yeah, I mean, we're going a little bit crazy. We're spending another loss. Next turn, we'll have to Revving Ether, but again, it doesn't really matter. It's not like we're going to lose the scenario. Our allies can finish the scenario if they need to. We just need to make sure we get these archer kills before anyone steals them. Yeah, unfortunately, we don't have a good Cataclysm here, no matter what. We don't really want to hit that, though. But I guess it might be inevitable. God, it'd be nice to get 2 more kills for the Spellweaver, though. If we can try to leave that elite. Better than just to Dirt Tornado the 2 archers. I mean, the 2 skeletons. Kind of late, though. Kind of risky. They could hit the Spellweaver and we could lose cards. And then maybe we have some trouble. Not sure that we really do. Could also just Cataclysm the 2 skeletons, which is probably just fine. Yeah. Probably just fine. Yeah, I mean, we can slam into the rock, but it just, I mean, I want to use the earth that I've created. I'm not going to have, I mean, I'm only going to have 1 more earth and I have 1 more earth consumer anyway. So I should always use one of the 2 things that use earth. I could also just use piercing bow while also hitting the skeletons with Dirt Tornado, which does basically as much as the Cataclysm does. Not quite, but it also obviously gives curses and muddles. The biggest issue is that the Spellweaver is kind of exposed. I'd rather go here first, Cataclysm them, and then the next turn I can do Dirt Tornado. Although I guess no, because we can lose cards so much more easily than the Spellweaver can here. And we've got our healing potions to use before we go up. So yeah, it just makes more sense to do this. Cataclysm will be fine anyway. I mean, I can stun one of them if I want to. Either way, they're not really a threat. It doesn't really matter what I do. I could also, push them into traps with Crater, all this sorts of stuff. So I guess we're going to skewer the 2 skeletons then in the end, is the plan for the Brute. And we want to go before, actually we don't necessarily want to go before they're 20. We do. Because that way the Spellweaver doesn't get hit by both of them. The problem is their 20 heals them, so then the wound is going to go away, but I think it's still worth it. So we're going to just move up next to them using this for initiative and skewer both of them. Can also always execute the regular one later if we want to. Got plenty of options here. All right, let's go. 64, 44, fine stuff. All right, Spellweaver's first. Getting healer self. Up to 7. Has strengthen again. Gain 2 experience. Use chromatic explosion. Create all the elements. First time I've ever used that top, actually. So 1, 2, 3, expand, hitting both the archers. We'll do number 1 and then, the regular, then the elite. So it's an attack 3 with advantage again. So the regular first, and the elite. Well, we created fire as well. So the elite is down to 2. And the regular is dead. Really? You've only gained 3 experience this scenario? Rough. Okay, and then we're done. Then we have the Brute. We're going to do a generic move 2 on the bottom of the Mole Phalanx. Still have Hamina. Yeah, but we don't have an odd number of cards. Not that it really matters. I guess the initiative could be useful. Let's just Hamina now. Longevity is never going to be an issue for the remainder of the scenario. All right, we move there. Consume the wind. Gain 1 experience. Get an attack 4, pierce 1, wound, targeting 1 and then 2. Nothing else to use. So 1 first. The elite was the one that mattered the most. That's really annoying. All right, whatever. So here it was an attack 4, -1, 3, and we pierced his 1 shield, so he goes on to 8 and gets a wound as well. Sorry, I was just double checking something. All right, so then we've got a move 4 jump for the Cragheart. Like I said, we're going to use our healing potions. We're going to use the minor to remove the poison and the major to heal for 7. What's our goal again? Take only short rest. We've done that. That we've done. Here it's to have 3 fewer total cards. Easy. Okay, so poison's gone, and we are back up to 17. We're doing a move 4 jump with Meteor. 1, 2. Can't get a coin, unfortunately, which is annoying. 3, 4, I guess. Closer to the coins. Seems better. All right. Consuming the earth. Gaining 2 experience. This makes our attack an attack 6. We will, of course, use our power potion to turn it into a 7. We will use our stun powder or when attacking the elite. Oops. Yeah, I think that's it. So this will be attack 7 immobilize stun on the elite first with advantage. Oh, yeah, no, we still have strengthen, yeah, from the previous turn. So the elite first. 14. Yeah, that kills him. That does it. Oh, so much for that stun. Oh well. And then the regular. So 8. It's 1 shield, so he goes down to 7. Or he takes 7, so he'll die as well. Archer goes, just loses stun to mobilize. This was lost. Living Bones goes and dies. It's one way to clean up a room. The round. Spellweaver. I'm just going to go grab a coin, I guess. Cragheart also needs to grab coins. Kind of don't want to kill the archer just yet, so that we can at least grab some coins. Brute. But we can stun the archer and get this coin. That seems fine. She beat us to it. All right, the archer goes first. Attacks the Cragheart. So attack -1, attack 4 poison on the Cragheart. All right. And I understand that stunning the archer doesn't really accomplish anything. We just lose a card since we're losing a card anyway, but it just makes my life a little bit easier because I have less things to deal with. And I guess it eliminates the possibility for immobilizing someone. All right, now the Cragheart or the Brute goes. We're just gonna do a move 4, stun, target 1 adjacent enemy. It's a loss. We're going to there, grabbing this coin, stunning her. So I'm gonna restart tablet. All right, all good. So this is lost, and for the top action, we're doing nothing. Spellweaver goes next. We're gonna do generic move 2, going to here. Oh no, because we need to go in to kill things. All right, going to here, I guess. We'll do the generic move 2 with the bottom of engulf. Actually, it doesn't matter because we just short rest no matter what. Oh no, this way no, but I guess either one should kill. 2 life. Engulf protects us against our -2, I guess. No, we've got the goggles. -2 and miss, but no. We'll just do a generic move 2 with one of our cards. It doesn't really matter. No. I guess Hammoning lets us choose. No, better to have all of them go to our discard. Right? Doesn't change anything really either way. Just generic move to there, nothing else. I don't want to get cards back because my goal is to have 3 or fewer cards. Then the Cragheart goes. Going to do 1 damage to the Spellweaver. Using Crater, gaining 1 experience, doing move 4 jumpy. Going to this coin, I guess. Be a shame not to go get all those coins, but I'm not going to try to milk it that much. Alright, and that's lost. End of the round, short rest for the Spellweaver. Alright, that's fine. Short rest for the Cragheart. Is that our only experience on bottom? While moving? Yes, it is. Reroll. Is that our only experience on top? Without attacking? No, Meteor is, although I don't know if I can place a Meteor. Anyway, Spellweaver has to get the kill this turn because we don't have another turn. Brute can we actually make it to other stuff? Yeah, we haven't used the Skewer Loss yet, although I guess it doesn't really matter where we go, but we'll short rest anyway. Skewer gives us experience on the bottom. Sure. While letting us pick up a coin. Top doesn't really matter. Okay. Cragheart, like I said, experience on bottom. Can try to do Meteor on top. I don't think it's happening. No, it actually can. We can Meteor there, I guess. Oh no, it won't all be in range of us, huh? Oh well. Won't have everything in range 3 unless we do a bigger move, then we don't gain experience on bottom. Could we? What if we do Dirt Tornado just to move 3? It's not enough, right? Now we would need to move 4, which we don't have here. Nope. Oh well. Let's go. So, Cragheart or Brute goes first. Gain 1 experience. Do a move 6. 1, 2, 3. Sure. And it's lost. Next up is the Cragheart. Gain 1 experience moving with the bottom of that. I don't really care about the effects. It will never matter. Moving there. Do we gain 1 XP? We did not. With Blood Force, do nothing with the top Meteor because there's nowhere we can place it. Since, nowhere we can place it. Archer goes, is stunned. Spellweaver goes, perform. I don't think we have this anymore, but it doesn't really matter. Just move to here. Get the coin. Use the top of Engulf with goggles. Attack 4 advantage, targeting the archer. Okay, the archer's dead. He left some coins, but that's okay. So we get another check mark. Oh, I forgot the previous check mark because I should have only one left. Yeah, I forgot to get the previous one when I did explosion because I knew we'd have only one left if we killed all those archers. Beautiful. All right, and that's the scenario. No reviving Ether again. Still +3, but I knew we were doing scenario 1, so what do we expect? All right, let's get those blesses and curses out before we forget again. And the blesses in here, if I remember correctly. Yes. All right, beautiful. So we're on the verge of being able to retire 2 characters now. So we're just 1 away. Oh, and what's convenient is actually by doing 11, 12, we can actually retire both of them at the same time. Ooh, we may actually be able to do it a triple retirement. We'll have to see. All right, anyway. So what have we here? Let's reset all this. We did get our check mark. Cragheart as well. Took only short rests. Got his check mark. We'll have to do that. Over here, 3 fewer total cards. Yep, got our check mark. Nice. So that's good. All right. So let's just do, well, I'll do the root first. No, we should do the Cragheart first so we don't forget about his check mark. All right, so we've got 30 gold here. Okay, we gain 12 experience plus 16 experience. So that's 28. Which gives us a level. Putting us to level 8. We've got 2 perks real quick. Add +1 immobilize, add 1 -1 and 2 +2. Like I said, this 1 -1, 2 +2 is generally pretty bad, but because we have the strengthen on blunt force, I actually think that it's fine. Since we attack with advantage often enough when we actually attack, at least for our most of our important attacks. So this actually does give us a significant increase in damage, I think. And obviously the other +1 is just a nice filler talent perk. And then for leveling up, level 8, we have the choice of Rocky End and Lumbering Bash. Lumbering Bash just so underwhelming as a level 8 card. Yeah, an attack 5 is with 1 experience is fine, although 1 experience when we're this close to level 9. We're really not going to get to play level 9 again. Oh well. Anyway, I mean, yeah, the move 2 adds flexibility. Like, it's a fine action. It's just really underwhelming for a level 8 card. The bottom loss is bad. The initiative is bad. There's nothing that really excites about this card. You can play it with Forceful Storm, make an attack 7 with 2 move and terrible initiative. Ah, there you go. Now you're doing it. Yeah, it's just really underwhelming. Rocky End, on the other hand, is fine. It's not super exciting either. 37 initiative is a lot worse than the other cards we've been picking up lately with 23s and 26s. The loss still, I wouldn't say, is as good as Cataclysm, although we are going to do a boss scenario soon. And on boss scenarios, it's very, very good. This is kind of like I've said before, the level 8 Blunt Force. It helps you to, with worse bottom, I would say. Well, kind of. I mean, the Blunt Force allows for enhancement, which is the difference. But it allows you to do a ton of burst damage on a boss fight. Blunt Force is an attack 8 in a boss fight at this point, just isn't very impressive, whereas this can get to much, much higher numbers, thanks to Meteor and Rock Slide, although primarily Rock Slide and just obstacles that are already in the scenario. Meteor is so hard to use that it's actually a little less common, although on boss fights it is usable. But yeah, so Rocky End is fine. The movement on bottom, it's harder to use, I would say, without stamina potions, I'm going to guess, because you don't use Rock Slide as often. But still, with the combination of this and Rock Slide, it's a reasonable move card and then a nice loss on top. Compared to, again, just a level 8 card, which is really underwhelming. So Rocky End is the choice. We'll put this up here with the other cards that might possibly come back in. All right. Over to the Brute. Here we got 20 gold. right. And 26 experience. All right, so first for our perk. We're just going to continue the consistent thing, just adding 2+1s. This is fine, even if not exciting. None of our other perks are really very good. Add one target is just too unreliable. I thought we did take a lot of range attacks in the end. We could try one of those. Now, we're going to be doing boss fight and stuff like that anyway. Better just have consistent +1s. It's not very exciting, but it is fine. The add targets are just so high variance for this class and not very reliable. All right, level 8. Gives us something that we've wanted for a while, which is another low initiative. Yeah. Well, so there's still Crippling Offensive, which is a fine card, but not. I mean, it was never exciting. Frenzied Onslaught is basically just a combo with the bottom of Immobile Phalanx, but then your initiative is terrible, and that's a big problem. And this bottom thing is, yeah, it's something. If this had good initiative, it'd be more tempting, but unfortunately it doesn't, and so it's hard to get these conditions in someone and then follow up. Obviously, if you play with someone like a Mind Thief, it could be a little bit different, but at the same time, your goal isn't really to hit something that's stunned a lot of times, or like with the exception of immobilize, but even then you kind of usually want to move away. Basically, the point is you don't really want to put these conditions on someone, these types of conditions, and then focus all your damage on that person. It's just kind of silly. So yeah, the top as level 8, I mean, being an attack 4 with some flexibility is fine, but it's not very good for level 8 top action. Selfish Retribution. This top action is interesting to have at the end of the scenario. Usually you'll lose this card before then, but the point is basically just being a move 3 with 12 initiative, and the Retaliate 2, even though Retaliate kind of sucks, having it on top of a move with good initiative for this class is just fine. Like none of these cards are exciting. I think it would actually be reasonable to take Crippling Offensive, probably, but I'm going to take Selfish Retribution. At the end of the day, you just need another low initiative card. Provoking Roar at most of the time, and even Immobile Phalanx a lot is getting used just as generic move 2s on bottom. This gives the same sort of initiative as them with some upside, while also giving more movement. I mean, like more movement and some upside, basically. And 1 experience. Although level 9 cards for the Brute suck so much. You're probably better off not getting to level 9. Alright, so we'll take Selfish Retribution. Even though, again, the choices are all pretty lackluster. Alright, and over here, we gain 19 experience total. So still a ways from leveling. And we gain 25 gold. And not a perk. All right. So let's clear all that off. So I'll have to figure out exactly how we're going to do it on Monday. Whether we're going to try to do, it won't be possible, I think, to do a double retirement. Like I said, we have 90 gold there, so that puts us 148. I mean, that scenario, we could get that much gold, actually. We could go for a triple retirement. Yeah, I mean, we're never getting Inferno. And we just gained a level. Yeah, I guess that's probably going to be our goal then. Oh no, there's the prosperity issue. We need to gain 2 more prosperity before we retire. Otherwise, the Spellweaver's enhancement's going to be so bad. We don't want that. That's rough. Well, we'll see. We're going to do a city and road event and hope to get a prosperity somehow. I don't know. I mean, we're going to do a city event and hope to get a prosperity. If we get a prosperity from a city event, even then it doesn't... No, we're so far. We have to get 2 prosperity. So we need to do a prosperity scenario. I mean, I know that one will give prosperity, I believe, but I don't believe it gives 2. He just gives 1. Ugh. Yeah, I'll have to figure something out in terms of a good path. Because basically, all right, the Cragheart, he can be the first one to retire because he can't do enhancements when he retires anyway. He has to have the gold. So then he's off, okay? So then after that, either of these people can be the second to retire, like the order in which we retire them. Because when we retire them, we gain the prosperity immediately. So if we retire him, that gives us one check of prosperity. So that would put us to here. But all right, so let's say we have 2 more. So that the Cragheart retires, that puts us to here. We're still 1 away from 4, but that's okay because the Brute actually can still spend all his money to enhance Skewer. It's not the most exciting thing to add an extra hex, but it's fine since we've already enhanced Sewer. It's still a pretty good enhancement. On top of that, I think we can even then like double up an enhancement on another thing if we have a bunch of money from our items as well. Basically, the point is the brute, at least he's not going to like see all his money disappear and do nothing. We're still going to get a decent enhancement on Skewer. So and then he retires, and then we go up one more prosperity, and then we're up to 4, and then the Spellweaver can enhance. So that we really just need to get 2 more prosperity, so that the Spellweaver, like, so that her 180, I mean 200 plus gold doesn't just do nothing. Like it would be a shame because, all right, I'm almost certainly never playing another brute in this campaign. I may or may not play another Cragheart. I played a lot of Craghearts recently, but I will almost certainly play another Spellweaver at some point. So the enhancement to the Spellweaver actually really matters to me for the future, which is why I want to make sure that I do get the prosperity before I get the retirement. So I need to look into that actually, making sure that I can get the prosperity. But I'll figure that out in between now and then. Otherwise, maybe I'll do one more scenario, which I know gives prosperity. Do I actually even know of any that give prosperity? I mean, other than boss fights. Otherwise, yeah, I guess maybe I'll end up having to retire the brute a little bit sooner just to make sure I get it. But that's okay. All right. Well, anyway, that's neither here nor there for now. So that's it for this week. Well, until Sunday. On Sunday, I'll be streaming at the usual time, 4 p.m. GMT plus 1. 4 p.m. GMT plus 1, which will be just custom class testing with Emrys. And then after that, I'll be back to streaming on Monday, which is when we'll get to work on getting through these retirements and moving on to our second party, which should be interesting. It's going to be a big dynamic shift going from this party to that party, both in terms of just how the party approaches scenarios, but also, I mean, just the power level of the party, I think. But yeah, we'll cross that bridge on Monday. Anyway, thank you very much to everyone who tuned in. If you don't come for custom class testing on Sunday, which again I don't blame you, that's kind of a special thing. Hope to see you again next week. Regardless, take care. Have a great weekend, and see you all soon.